Former NBA star Shaquille O'Neal can do almost anything big. Because he is 7 feet and 1 inch tall, he needs to buy custom-built cars, a 450-square-foot bed, and larger-than-life facilities for his $1.5 million home in Georgia. Shaq has become even more famous since he retired from the NBA. This is in opposition to other famous former NBA players who have become less well-known since leaving the league. He is well known for being a TV host, an investor, and a business leader. In addition to the $292 million he made from the NBA, the now 50-year-old still makes an extra $60 million every year from deals and other business activities. Shaq, an NBA star, is thought to be worth about $400 million. Check out some of the stupidly expensive things Shaq owns. Number 11. Owner of 50 different brands. The franchise king says that O'Neal is the owner of a shopping mall, a movie theater, and a number of nightclubs in Las Vegas. He is a co-owner of at least 9 Papa John's restaurants, 150 car washes, 155 Five Guys burger restaurants, 17 Auntie Anne's restaurants, and 40 24-hour fitness clubs. Because of a deal with the company, the NBA star is now the second biggest individual shareholder at Authentic Companies Group. Through this partnership, the NBA star now has shares in businesses like Forever 21, Barney's New York, JCPenney, and Reebok. Number 10. Shaq's Center Basketball Court. In O'Neal's old Orlando mansion, there was a 6,000-square-foot basketball court with a huge Miami Heat logo in the middle of the wooden floor. He could work on his basketball moves on this court. The walls were like a fake Shaq museum because they had things from when he played for the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 9. Shaq-a-Polco, the Shaq version of a backyard pool. On the grounds of the Orlando estate, there was also a swimming pool that was 95 feet long and had a swim-up bar and a rock waterfall. In 2021, when O'Neal sold the house, he got a cool $16.5 million for it. Number 8. Real estate. When it comes to real estate, O'Neal often buys and sells homes. Celebrity Net Worth says that the businessman recently sold his home in Orlando, which had 35,000 square feet of living space, as well as a $2.5 million property in LA. As of now, his main home is a 14.3-acre mansion in McDonough, Georgia, which is about 30 miles outside of Atlanta. One of the homes on the land has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, while the other has 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. There is a swimming pool and a sauna between the 2 houses. The Georgia property also has a weight room, a game room, and a big movie theater that can each fit 10 people. Number 7. The Custom Treehouse. Even though it's on the same land as his main house in McDonough, Georgia, the treehouse is different enough to deserve its own heading. Pete Nelson, who was the star of the Animal Planet show Treehouse Masters, was hired by O'Neal in 2018 to build a one-of-a-kind treehouse on the land. The custom-built man cave has a big door with the word S carved into it, a fire pit, and a wooden sign with Shaq's name on it. Inside, there's a big picture of the big man himself, dressed in a suit and smoking a cigar. Guests can also use the dartboard, poker table, and full bar. Number 6. Cars collection. Because O'Neal is tall, some of the 17 expensive cars in his collection have been changed to fit him better. Reports say that he bought a Mercedes-Benz only after an hour of getting his first NBA deal. Hot Cars says that O'Neal got 3 Bentleys all at once because the salesman asked him if he had the money to do so. The famous owner has a special stretched Lamborghini and a stretched Ferrari to fit his tall and skinny body. On the other hand, his modified Vader seems to be the car that he is most proud of. Supercraft custom-crafted cars made the car. They also made most of Superman's other expensive cars, which all have his S mark on them and are therefore one of a kind. Shaq has already chosen to buy a Polaris Slingshot to go with his 3-wheel Vanderhaal. He loves riding it so much. After having the Slingshot modified and made longer, he found that he could now connect 4 seats because of the longer length, so he had those seats put in. Obviously, if Shaq is driving, the driver's seat is so far back that a midget wouldn't be able to fit in the 4th seat. Besides that, he also has a Jeep Wrangler. Even the Jeep Wrangler wasn't big enough to make Shaq, who was 7 feet and 1 inch tall, feel comfortable. Since Shaq still wanted one, it was up to West Coast Customs to make sure that driving it was a good time for him. To do this, they started by giving it the biggest wheelbase of any Wrangler Unlimited model. Shaq needed more space, so the front and back doors of the car were joined together to make a single, longer door. This made it possible to move the driver's seat farther back in the car. During his time with the Miami Heat, Shaquille O'Neal also owned a customized Cadillac DTS that was called the Shaq-a-Lac and was built just for him by West Coast Customs. Aside from being painted burgundy, the car had Asante wheels with a 22-inch width, and the changes cost a total of $100,000. These changes added cream-colored leather seats and a lot of sound power. In 2014, Shaq used an auction to try to sell it. Number 5. Customized Orange County Chopper motorbike. It's not unusual to see the star riding around on a Dirty Sixer, which is a brand of bicycles made for tall riders and costs almost $5,000 per unit. Aside from that, he enjoys riding his customized Orange County Chopper motorbike. So that they could meet his needs, the planners added 4 feet. Number 4. A $10 million luxury yacht. Today, a person who has won 4 titles spends more than $100,000 a month on things like trips and spa treatments for fun. It seems like some of his best places to visit are sandy beaches with warm weather, like those in Florida and Mexico. However, it is well known that the sports star and his family like to spend their vacations in the Bahamas. Because of this, the $10 million yacht comes in handy, and everyone has enough room on board to kick back, rest, and enjoy each other's company. On the boat, there's a place to eat casually, a main room with a piano and cocktail tables, and a chandelier that is big enough to hang over both areas. On the sun deck is the pool, which has a glass cover that can be pulled back and a fully stocked bar. The boat also has a full-size spa room with a sauna, and it can hold up to 40 people. The lighting system that has been added to O'Neal's water transport gives it a sleek look all the way along its 134-meter length. Number 3. Mobile phones. In 2014, during an interview with USA Today, Shaq said that he always bought 50 of the newest model of iPhone as soon as it came out. Shaq then gives them to kids, leaves them in odd places, or sends them out through Twitter. If Shaq had bought 50 of each new iPhone model as soon as it came out, he would have spent an estimated $750,000 up to this point. Number 2. A customized F650 pickup truck. Shaq went out and bought a truck for himself, and then he had it changed to fit his needs. It was more than $65,000 worth. After that, Diesel put in modern features like leather seats, Bluetooth, HD radio, and other things like that. After the changes were done, the price went up to $124,000, which was a new high. Number 1. Walmart spree. When Shaquille O'Neal was sent to the Phoenix Suns, he was living in an empty flat. So he took it upon himself to go to Walmart and buy everything he needed for his room there. He ended up spending a total of $70,000 at Walmart on that one day. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.